Adsense here, June 9th, 2015. Here to start a lively debate and discussion down in the comment section, whatever month, whatever year you may find this video. Hopefully it'll be around next year and the year after that. But that's what this video is about. Where is YouTube going? Where is Google and Adsense, for that matter, going? After having the Google AdSense for a couple of years and having my own experience with it and seeing the experience of others and hearing about some of the challenges people have faced, a couple conclusions can be made. First of all, there are actual people that work at YouTube and Google. It's good to have direct numbers if you have an issue. But for the most part, it comes across as an automated robotic system, especially when it comes to contacting people with basic problems with your account. There's a lot of things I could say, but I want to keep this video short and sweet because I want your thoughts. I don't think that we should become overly dependent on this medium, for one thing. I want to make a lot of points in this video. There's a lot of talk these days about cyber attacks, a lot of talk these days about censorship over the internet, a lot of talks about a lot of things, and some things are talk, some things actually happen, where you see accounts go down, where you see websites taken down. YouTube obviously makes a lot of money for certain people, and there's certain special interests and corporations out there that could, of course, use their money and influence to have a certain amount of favoritism put in their way, put their direction. We see how widespread YouTube is. I wouldn't put it past them to do certain things to certain people down the line, even if certain channels did really well up to a point. Conspiracy theory in general is popular, is trending. There's all these different types of videos that do pop up. Quite a bit of them are disinfo. Sometimes I wonder if that's deliberate in the algorithm to kind of steer people away from the truth. So, hey, suggested video. I've had a lot of questions about YouTube and Google for a lot of years, many years, but ultimately for more than a few years. I thought about the idea of this whole thing just coming crashing down and everybody losing their videos at some point, because it's not really necessary for them to respect your content. They can move on and force everybody to another platform because they've already done it before. They've done it with Google Video. Look at what they've done with MySpace. They did it with, was it Blip TV, where I had about 50 or 60 high-def OTB episodes from 2007, 8, 9. Good episodes. Some of them were never put on YouTube. I didn't have the right email registered with my Blip TV account. End up losing all those videos. It really is like blowing one's nose in the larger scheme of things. I think people have gotten cocky. I want to talk about the success that I've seen others experience. Some people are making six figures from YouTube right now because they've got the algorithm down, but they changed the algorithm. And it's all based on when certain videos are trending or popping up in the suggested video section and so much more, like when someone's done watching a video or on the side. There's a whole science to that, which I'm sure a lot of you already understand to a point. The science, the algorithm that also exists on Facebook, but it's changing. It's constantly changing, and there are things happening where people are getting alarmed, like, whoa, I was used to making a certain amount of money. All of a sudden, my videos aren't showing up in my friend's feed anymore. And somebody could think, oh, maybe it's my content for a while, or maybe I'm turning people off. But in reality, unless someone actually goes to your page in some cases and clicks on your name, they're not seeing your content. So we're seeing this with Facebook, and we're seeing this with YouTube. Now, YouTube is owned by Google. To take the conversation to Google, there's a lot of energy spent and money. In fact, several hours out of my day. It's not fun. I'm going to have to do it after this video, but part-time job that's allowing me to pay for this place is doing the SEO on a certain guy's website, alternative media content, news, and information. This guy's been running his website for a couple of years. I run the news section, and because it already has a certain amount of traffic, it's good, it's healthy for the website to constantly have new news and information. Plug in keywords, use the SEO section down at the bottom of your WordPress, and build up your ranking on Google. So I'm helping this person do this with his website by posting regular content every single day, whether I fill up for it or not. Sometimes I do a little later in the day. Sometimes I do it earlier in the day. All those things also matter in whether or not someone sees your stuff, because there's periods of the day where people are most active on social media. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, so on and so forth. There's whole science behind it. So, long story short, a lot of us have been trying to learn this science in the last couple of years, try to reach people with our content. Because if you don't get it, and you don't use keywords, and you don't use search tags, there's a huge difference between having 5 views and having 5,000 views or 50,000 views. So people have adapted their behavior in this machine, but that's what it is. It's an artificial machine that we don't control. As Google builds robots that may one day hunt us, not to get Doomsday-ish on you, but we're literally in bed with the beast. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing a moment of clarity to this conversation. I'm clearing the air of any confusion. We are embedded with this beast, and we are using this technology, though, for the greater good, or at least we are trying. I am trying. And I have been less successful than my peers in alternative media economically, because I make certain decisions in my life that lead to certain outcomes, and I'm not here to blame anyone, but because I've been on the non-materialistic path, there's certain things that I have not done, like brand myself, copyright myself, build the website over time. I've let my website go. I'm going to go back and rebuild it, but a big part of my journey in my life has been rebuilding myself, and health, spiritually, even the content. Some of you that are long-term viewers, you'll notice the cycles when I go through certain cycles of, certain things and experiences, and there's other cycles where it's like, okay, now it's more information sharing and less about my life being in transition. Right now, my life is almost starting to crystallize into a period of stability, and I'm really excited about it. And actually, there was some negative energy that I had to deal with from a neighbor recently, and I noticed patterns of my life is becoming more stable, and things start getting more chaotic around me. It's really all in how we deal with the challenge. So a mindful way to deal with the challenge that we're facing, this awareness that it is a dance with the beast, is to remember that our content is our content. Of course, a lot of people know this, but we need to own our content, like own our responsibility for our actions. So continuing to think about building our website, building our platforms, building our social networks. For those of you that are content creators, some of you have people that want to contribute to your work, and certain content I think is worth contributing to. So some people may be worth contributing $5 a month to. Most people in the alternative media are asking that much for people that want to contribute, or they can contribute more, and some people do. But the fact of the matter is, we are now in a day and age where people can be their own NPR, please excuse the example, government, New World Order funded radio. But we are in a period of time where people like me can build an audience and speak directly to that audience and monetize our work. The fact of the matter is, a lot of us have become dependent on YouTube as our primary export to the world. And even knowing this, we still continue to do this because YouTube's where it's at, because of the YouTube-Google partnership, because of the SEO. Because when you look for stuff on Google, things pop up on YouTube. And they've monetized it, and they currently pay better, or are believed to be paying better than anyone else. The fact of the matter is, there is a lot of concern about fraud numbers. Things don't add up. They clearly have ripped me off multiple times. Videos have been demonetized. I'm not going to give you my sob story, but I've watched everybody else's sob stories, seen people's accounts disappear, seen all these other things take place, seen people be told their account, has just been deleted, and then have to go through basically the anguish, and then 2 weeks later, they get it back. Eventually, somebody, some monkey, somebody gets back to them. And it's an uneasy feeling. And then knowing that Google, at least with the Google video, at one point they were saying, whatever you upload, it's our content. We own that. That's not yours. That's ours. Then there's, of course, Google and all the data they've been accruing. The things people have been searching. And then, of course, there's the surveillance through the webcam. And where all that's gone and going. Meanwhile, it's not like Google and Amazon, they want to upload our DNA to the cloud. Or is it Microsoft and Amazon? Or does it even matter? So they've embedded us in this technology. Google's got the top monetization platform. Go YouTube, Google. And I'll be honest with you, I worry about some of my peers, some of my male peers out there. I don't know some of you too well. Some of you are doing real well economically, but some of you are not prepared for what's to come. Some of you think some of the stuff's just going to come off just a little bit later. There are people that talk about martial law and FEMA camps. They don't even have a food supply. They're not even off the grid. They're in a situation where they could be stuck in the city, but I do believe in angels. I do believe that positive things could happen to people that have done good work. So I don't think everybody's doomed, but I think that people have become dependent on this medium, I think, for too long for their income. And for me, I have to look elsewhere, but I can see how, and I'm going to be more active on YouTube while I still have AdSense to use it to the best of my ability, but also to educate and inform and bring you higher quality videos incrementally, bit by bit. I see how AdSense is misused by others that put out fake stories and put out sensational headlines just to compel people to click. And you know what? I'm looking at a model. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm using it now, but I'm not dependent on this. I think you need to back up your channel. I think people need to think about other ways of monetizing their content because this has become so saturated with crap. I see it almost as some sort of a bubble. I mean, I sometimes wonder how sustainable it is on a number of different levels. Why, I question how sustainable it is. Looking at it from their ability to shut down information, the accounts they've already shut down, the things that are already gone. The way they can go in and just demonetize a video because somebody may not like a keyword, or maybe it's demonetized because maybe it's a glitch. I think we've all seen it. Those of us that are content creators, we see a video that we're doing go really well, 10,000 views, 13,000 views, 15,000 views. All of a sudden, boop, your video is no longer monetized. And then that's being a victim. Like, oh, you're dependent on the system. All of a sudden, boom, no one to talk to. No one's going to fix this. Just deal with it. Eat your porridge, punk. And people make a video, they get all emotional, like the government's trying to shut me down. They're not going to stop me. I'm going to start another YouTube channel. It's like, oh, no, dude, no, no, no. The solution to reaching more people may not necessarily be another YouTube channel with another name, with another code. You're going to get it right this time. SEO all the way, baby. Rock star. Google rock star. New paradigm is coming. A YouTube, Facebook doomsday may be coming. Know who your best friends are and how you can get in touch with them. But don't be dependent emotionally on a lot of the stuff on the internet. Have backups. Backup food. Backup servers. Know the people in your community if you're able. Grow a garden. While this grid still stays up, don't waste your time with pop culture, the Kim Kardashians or Bruce Jenner and playing with those little ding-a-ling. Don't even waste your time just overly criticizing the zombies and just sitting there in shock just with, oh my God, they're literally fighting at the Walmart. And the kid is curb stopping the other lady with mommy. What does it say about our society? By the way, oh, my video is age restricted now. Why? Because there's a kid in it? Kids should know our society is collapsing, so hopefully they won't turn out like them. But no, they don't want kids to see my video about the Walmart beat down. What am I supposed to do? Get on YouTube and cry about it? YouTube censored me. Oh my God, the New World Order censored me. I'm so surprised. I'm so emotionally reactive. Gee, I never saw this coming. Wow! You want to talk about a mental health crisis coming to America if YouTube goes down and people don't have their stuff backed up. The issue is I have a disk space issue. I have a hard drive issue. I got to replace a cord. But you know what? We got to get our stuff cleaned up. We got to make backups. I got to make backups of what's on this computer. I'm no better than you. But what I am is someone that is raising this issue because it's in my heart. And it's talking to me. It's talking to me. I say, I can hear it, man. I can hear it. And it's a warning. It's a YouTube, Facebook doomsday. And you know damn well the type of chaos they can create if they cut off people's social networks. It's like taking people off Prozac. You take away someone's Facebook and YouTube, you think this is just about the people that watch TV? This is all about us, folks. What are we going to do when the lights go out? When there's some manipulation, we can't log into a website. Give me your ID. Tell me you're really Juicy Lucy. Well, I'll tell you what, Juicy Lucy. Starting 2 years ago, they started taking down people's accounts that have names that are not theirs. Asking, you got an ID? Are you really Juicy Lucy? The hot banana, okay? Because if you're not, you're going off Facebook. What you gonna do? So you've been warned well in advance. I'd call that a gift. Oh, cue sound effect. You have been so warned. Everybody has been so warned. At any moment, at any time, they can take down your channel and it's their grid. And we have to become less dependent on their grid and build our own. As long as there is an internet, there is a way. I'll tell you what, where are the anonymous people trying to help people alternative media to really counter? You really need to start questioning the stuff that you think is legitimate out there on the web. Ooh, look over here. It's another V for Vendetta mask. Ooh. Anyway, think long term. As I told someone that sent me a message whose mother watches my show in Portland who thinks I'm talking about end times, I'm not talking about end times, but these times are a-changing. Make preparations. Know where the danger zones are. Have backups. Get a food supply. Think about consciousness, our connection to the sun. Why are all these things taking place during this solar maximum? What should we really be focusing on at this time? How do we keep our spirits powerful? How do we keep sharing information? I'll tell you what, sharing information with others of this nature feels magical and it feels spiritual. To speak back into the beast system was something real, that at least in my heart I feel is real. Genuine. If you have any suggestions on other platforms, if you have your own feelings on where this is going, where YouTube is going, if you have other ideas on how people can monetize their own account, you know, it is expensive still to a certain degree from what I've been told to host your own video. But there may be ways where it is cheaper now for the alternative media guy to host his own video for free and either have another Adsense type of a program other than Adsense or a way to monetize their videos. There are other websites like Daily Emotion, like Ustream, and many others. But the amount of people that are on those websites, it doesn't even compare to the monster that YouTube has become and is becoming. So where do you see this coming? What do you think is a solution? What is the future of the internet-based alternative media reporter, starving artist, or the professional who's monetized their own content that are already earning enough money to pay their own crew? There are many people that are making thousands that are paying their crew that you see in those videos from AdSense primarily because they're in the millions of subscribers. If they had to go to another platform, what would that be? I'm curious what your thoughts are in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'm Alex Ansary, signing off June 9th, 2015 from Southern Colorado.